Mental toughness. Mental toughness was something that I had to spend extra time working on as an athlete. I was very passionate when I played basketball, and I had to learn to control my emotions in times of frustration. For instance, if I went up for a layup and miss, naturally I'd get mad at myself for missing, but in turn I'd get frustrated and immediately commit a personal foul. By not being mentally strong enough to be in control of my emotions, I committed 3 mistakes within a span of less than 10 seconds. A missed layup, earned a personal foul, and I added a foul to my team's foul total. I became weak-minded in emotional moments and allowed my mistakes to cause a mental breakdown, as well as put my team at a disadvantage. Mental toughness is being in control of your emotions and actions so that you can still put you and your team in a position to be successful. Another common example is when you and another player get tangled up. The initial reaction might be to immediately react in an aggressive way. But what always happens in those situations? The referee usually doesn't see the person who started it, they only see the person who retaliates. The key for every athlete is to always stay in the game, mentally, for that is how you are most productive to your team. Your mind needs to stay in the game at all times, including when you're on the bench watching. Staying focused when you're sitting on the bench is part of being mentally tough, so that when your coach calls on you to get in the game, you're not looking around wondering who you're going in for or asking what defense your team is in. Your mind must be in the present moment in order to be ready to perform at your highest ability. One of the keys to your success is always keeping your mind in the present moment. Having mental toughness is about being focused on the actions and decisions you can make in that present moment. This includes knowing your role on your team. If your strength is driving to the basket and not making 3-point shots, then always stick to what you do best, because that is the reason why you're in the game. If you start shooting 3-pointers and are missing, don't be shocked when your coach pulls you out of the game. Everyone wants to play in the game, but your coach needs to put your team in the best position to be successful, so they rely on the players who have the best skills with a combination of mental toughness. For example, in a close game, a coach is going to look at her team and ask herself who can she trust to play at a high level on both ends of the court while displaying mental toughness. Mental toughness is about making great decisions in any moment, but especially in those critical moments in the game. Having a mental breakdown can be the difference between a win and a loss. Start to pay close attention to the little things that determine the difference between a win and a loss. Being strong mentally puts emphasis on the little actions and decisions you make during the course of a game. It's the little details that happen during the game that don't show up on the stat sheet. Boxing out in a critical moment, playing defense, executing a play your coach drew up in the huddle, and making your free throws when the game is on the line are all the minute details that show how focused you are in those important moments of a game. I believe the outcome of a game is dependent on the collectiveness of each player on the team and their mental toughness in each moment they were on the playing field or court. The team who has spent the most time collectively in a state of being focused usually wins the game. Let's use a basketball scenario as another example. You have one personal foul with 15 minutes left in the first half. The opposing player goes up for a layup on a fast break, and you're the only person who stands in their way. In that split second, you have to decide whether you'll allow them to have a smooth path to the basket or attempt to contest their shot and risk picking up your second foul with 15 minutes left in the first half. If you pick up your second foul early in the game, more than likely you'll end up sitting on the bench for the remainder of the first half. Your mental toughness will be determined by the decision you make in that critical moment. Do you want to stay in the game? Of course you do. Are those 2 points that the opposing player might score worth you getting your second foul if you're an asset to your team? No, of course it's not. Giving up 2 points early in the game is less detrimental to yourself and your team in the long run. If you watch ESPN, the things they talk about off the court sometimes become detrimental to a professional athlete's playing career. Every now and then, it's not what they're doing in their sport that makes the biggest headlines, it's what they're doing outside of sports. Do you want to have success in sports and outside of sports? How do you see and value yourself? If you put a high value on yourself, your actions and decisions will be a reflection of it. Mental toughness is when you're in the gym working on improving your game and you begin to feel tired, but you don't allow yourself to get lazy. Instead of remaining comfortable because your mind has told your body that you're tired, remind yourself of your vision statement so that you start to go hard and put 100% effort into your shooting drill because you know it will pay off. You have to ensure the effort you put in equals the prize you will receive. Your results will be a direct reflection of your efforts. When the game is on the line and your body is saying you're tired, your mind will overcome the feelings your body may feel and push through with extra effort. It's in the moments where you feel tired, frustrated, or even defeated that you remind yourself of why you work so hard and give 100% effort to attaining your goals. Your mental strength will give you the physical strength to keep moving forward. It will give you motivation to overcome any negative thoughts or emotions you may have and be the fuel that your body and mind need to reach your goals. There will be obstacles that you will have to overcome in reaching your goals. Obstacles will lie along your path in your journey towards your goals as reminders to prove to yourself how bad you want to attain those goals. An obstacle is a stepping stone along your path. Your journey will test you several times. Each test needs to be passed in order to get to the next level, which brings you one step closer to your goal. Each hurdle you face and overcome will be an indication of how strong you are mentally and will prove that you are capable of rising to any occasion when things become difficult or frustrating. A stepping stone is similar to approaching a fork in the road. You have many decisions you can make when you approach a crossroad in your life. You can either choose to give up and say it's too hard and not worth your time or energy, or you can choose the path where you accept the challenge. When your mind is being tested, think of it in terms of your mind being strengthened by the challenge. Your mind is going to lead you to overcome the negative thoughts and fears running through your head. Most importantly, when you overcome the obstacle, your mental toughness will give you more strength to believe in yourself, even more than you did prior to the situation. With the growing belief in yourself, you'll be amazed at what you will accomplish in your life. The obstacles you will encounter are there because life knows you're capable of overcoming them. They lie there because you have to prove to yourself how mentally strong you are to overcome anything that stands in your way in achieving your highest potential in life. Success lies in your self-worth. Your self-worth lies in the actions and decisions you make. You will become self-motivated as you begin to experience accomplishments in your life. With the self-love that lies inside of you, you will be motivated to achieve your goals. You will give yourself the energy to push a little harder when no one is watching you practice on your skills, because your mind is telling you, I value myself to be great, and I know I am capable of achieving my goals. Remember, it is always okay to ask for support when you need it. Part of being mentally strong is recognizing and being honest with yourself when you feel upset. If you ignore your feelings when you're upset, your decision-making may get a little cloudy, and you may take an action that can be detrimental to your long-term goals. One of the biggest strengths you can possess is asking for assistance in a time of need. When you ask for help, you're showing your strength and self-love by indicating that you want to improve in that particular area of your life, because you know that by the encouragement from others, you can reach your goals.